and welcome back to the FSL Wild Rift Showdown with me, Omo, and Tash Bunny. We're going to be bringing you two more exciting Wild Rift show match games. Of course, our last game is going to be the decider matchup for who makes it to the grand final, so that's going to be a fun one to look out for.
That's right, and don't forget that this tournament is brought to you by Yahoo and Intel. Without them, where would we be? But for now though, we saw some pretty one-sided games. You haven't seen one that is super strong, not strong but more even. But after this though, we are going to be seeing Yugen versus MaiLinh versus after that will be KLX Ghost versus Silex. And from what we've seen earlier, we may be seeing the closer games for this one. This will be the one where we see the massive team fights where only like one from each team, survives. I really want to see that.
Yeah, for sure. And this next game is going to be so exciting because we get a preview of one of our grand finalists, Team MaiLinh. They are undefeated so far. Can Team Yugen be the ones that take them down, or are they going to go into the grand finals undefeated? A lot of questions to ask here.
I don't know, but I feel like they might go undefeated. Even though there was, we didn't talk about this, the language barrier, right? But when you look at MaiLinh, it's as though there was no language barrier. And from what we heard from production, they are not actually using voice chat at all. They're actually just using the chat, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it really is. We are gonna be going to draft though. Let's see if that's what they're still doing this time around, or if they've managed to sort of some sort of voice chat, voice comp situation going on there. Just a reminder: after this game, we're gonna have Selects against Ghost as our decider for the grand finals. So even if this game goes a bit one-sided, don't go anywhere. You will want to be seeing that last matchup.
Right. So just now, Yugen had a pretty devastating loss where Minuet just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Had to go around the map. Let's see if she actually goes for Ari again. And against a team like MaiLinh though, this is terrifying.
It really is. A team like MaiLinh can really run away with the game. We saw how aggressive they could be and how good they were at playing around their jungle support synergy. This time around, if that happens again, it could be disastrous for Yugen.
Yeah, that's right. So let's see what Minuet is gonna go for. But I'm more interested to see what Claria is gonna pick. But for now though, Galio does get picked for Minuet. Are we gonna see a Galio mid?
It could be, right? It could be. We do see the flex pick Galio come true. We've seen it support mostly today, so I'm expecting to see that one back in support again. There we go. Riven is open,
There we go.
and it's gonna get picked up for Helgo.
That's right. That's gonna be the first one of the day. And let's just be real here. We've seen what Hellgirl can do on a Fiora. It's gonna be a lot more scary on a Riven.
Yeah, Fiora mostly relegated to a lot of split pushing and the very specific timings before you come teamfight. This time around on Riven, and we do see Jarvan being locked in for Tomaru as well, so we know that's for Helgo. This is gonna be really fun to look out for. What can the Darius do against this Riven is question right now.
That's right. But for now though, Darius, my boy! Dunk Master does get picked up, and are we gonna? Oh, maybe it is gonna be a Galio mid. We are seeing unlock-in for Nami, but for now though, from the side of MaiLinh, again we're seeing a Brand, and we know what Varus can do.
We know what Varus can do, and I do like the draft we see coming out from MaiLinh's team. Bran, a lot of AoE, a lot of magic damage set up by the Jarvan. Poke coming in from the Varus, and Riven's just gonna clean this one up.
That's right, but we do see a Corgi but come out giving us that much needed relief. But for now though, if we are gonna be seeing this, it's gonna be really interesting though, because what kind of comp can you see coming from the side of MaiLinh?
Well, it's gonna be a bit of everything coming out. I do like what they have so far because there's a lot of poke, there's a lot of damage, there's a lot of engage. It's really great so far, and I want to see what Yugen's answer is to this. So far, I feel like they're a bit lacking on damage, so they need to pick up some damage sources here.
That's right, but when you think about it again, I mean, we did talk about the first draft that MaiLinh did. It was we said not enough tanks, not enough CC, and we're seeing almost the same thing this time around, minus the Jarvan, that is. And I'm wondering what changed. Why are they deciding to play not just full out damage like they did before?
Well, because they can, right? I feel like they can drop whatever they want, and they're gonna be able to run away with it. It seems like, this comp honestly is just so good. It's something you would expect to see. Oh, I don't really like the swap up though. I think the Varus was much
No.
better.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, we are gonna
Oh
see.
man.
Okay, this is a more defensive comp
Yeah.
compared to last game. When you think about it, we have a Jarvan who's a little bit more tanky, high CC, great for chasing. We have a Braum to protect the backline, and I'm wondering why the Braum is it to protect against what exactly?
Honestly, I couldn't give you a good answer. I think that the Varus was just a million times better here. Brom's gonna get
Mm-hmm.
bullied by the Nami. I guess the upside is that Brom can kind of zone away the Darius. That's one thing that Brom is good at. Other than that, though, what's
Actually,
interesting is the Akshanas come true.
ooh, I love the Shyvana pick.
Yeah,
Great, honestly, great mobility and great for clearing as well, especially for jungle. But Braum though is gonna put a dent into a Nami,
yeah,
what do you call it? Nami wave. It won't
that's true.
necessarily stop a bubble, but it does take away some of the damage that comes in as well. And I think having a Braum is just so good as well because it does
Oh man.
prevent that poke coming in from the side of Nami. But we are seeing a Kaisa here. It's gonna be a Kaisa Braum. I don't know. I really
Um,
liked seeing Claria playing aggressive
yeah.
on Arakan, but now it's gonna be a very different sort of playstyle from her.
Yeah, that's why I think the Ferris would have been so much better as well because you just save your 5 pick support and you can really take whatever works, whatever you want to go for right now. I do think that the Brum increases in value because the Shyvana gets locked in and Shyvana
Mm-hmm.
wants to run into you, which Brum is great at defending
Braum
against.
is like, nope, take
Yeah,
my door.
exactly. Brom is really great in this scenario, so that's gonna be nice to look out for. Other than that, though, I do really like the team comp from the side of MaiLinh. The Kaisa might not be a great pick in isolation, but when you look at the team comp as a whole, when everyone dives in, Kaisa's gonna fly in along with them, and that's amazing.
That's really good, but I'm not too sure how Akshan will be. Never really seen him picked yet so far, so it's gonna be really interesting for me personally because I haven't seen him in action.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one plays out. I'm not exactly sure how Akshan Nami laning phase is gonna go. I don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna be great if either one of them get tagged by the Winter's Bite. They might just get run down.
Yep, that's right. But for now, though, we are gonna be hopping into the game. But look how look, everyone has flair. I am jealous. I need to
Yeah.
spend more on this game.
That's exactly the case. That's exactly how they get you. That's really how they get you. You look at the good skins you want in, and it's a slippery slope from there.
I mean, let's not talk about how much I spent on League of Legends PC, and now I'm
True.
thinking about spending on the same skins on mobile. Oh man! But for now, though, we are seeing a three-man go big. But I think I think Galio did spot
Yeah.
them out. You know, it's just like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, Minuet just scares them out of there, making sure they can't get anything too much. They're just gonna settle for a ward, which is great. Shyvana likes to farm. You track the pathing. It's gonna be really nice to see. And I think that's gonna be the big key of this matchup right now. Both junglers
Yep.
have different styles.
That's right, but look at top lane though, and I think Darius is pretty great against Riven. Look how much damage they're both chunking into each other, and it does force Riven to kind of like put out her shield. But Riven solo, though shield does come
Oh
out,
no.
has to flash out. Beautiful play by Lava is trying to bait that out, and now he can just say, "Come top." She has no flash.
She has no flash, and that means she's gonna need to play a lot safer. Now, Loris does get the honey fruit. Both Baron laners do, in fact, and it's gonna be a very spicy one. No barrier means that if you take a trade, that's it.
Yep, that's right though. But if you can see here, Yugen already so low, and Huan as well, just trying to keep her support alive. But the thing is, Nami. One thing about her, if you spam her heal too much, her mana does run out pretty early.
Oh.
There we go. Lawis is gonna try and turn this around. I think Helga may go down. She is bleeding right now, and first blood goes to Lawis. And maybe this will be a change from the pacing we saw earlier from MaiLinh.
Yeah, we do need to see this Riven get some gold, get some items. She's extremely item reliant, and immediately you see Tomaru recognizing her top lane as drop, just makes a 180 to the bottom lane.
No, because we are seeing something happen in the side of Jug. It's 4 versus 2. Yugen a bit aggressive here. Teammates not close enough, but they are actually sandwiched, but thankfully they are separated. But for now though, you can see the damage coming into Claria solo, and they did manage to get the scuttle trap. Tomaru has to flash over right now, and not really a win for them actually if you think about it.
Not really a win. Tomaru using her flash there to not be able to even get the scuttle crab. It's starting to look good for Yugen. It's small little things, but they're starting to get leads.
Yep, that's right. For now, though, that was, I think, they really just wanted the scuttle. They wanted the as much as much utility they can get from the jungle from that side there. So I don't know if it was worth it using the flash there though.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I think she wanted to keep her team safe, but it was a bit ambitious right there. Trading aggressively still from Laurie's as Tomairu's making a trip up, gets spotted by the ward though.
Yep, for now though, they are gonna clear it out, no problem at all. Hellgirl though, gonna be very comfortable playing close, but Princess though will be able to take out that ward over there. Claria does try and buy some time, but Law is though coming up top, but oh man, I was kind of hoping that he'd go aggressive.
Yeah, unfortunately not gonna be the case here. Tomairu's still in the area though, might make a return trip. Didn't manage to clear out the ward, means she will still be spotted, but she really wants to find something for Hellgirl, wants to get this Riven going.
Yeah, for now though, you
This
see
is it,
that
they couldn't go right now.
hovering there. They can. They said that the shield does come out, but Law is already very aware and will just quickly back off.
Yeah,
Jarvan will
will
have
just
to
back
go
off.
and do his thing somewhere else.
Yeah, Jarvan still wants to camp the Baron lane. It's all
Oh
about
my
Hellgirl,
god,
it's all about Riven.
It's true. I mean, from what we saw earlier as well, they have been trying to funnel as much gold as they can into Hellgirl. And I'm not surprised from how Hellgirl is. She is their main damage carry, especially right now on a Riven. But Lawis though will be very happy here. But Linois tries to make something happen, but Lawis just like, nah. I'm just gonna walk away from that. Do you know who I am? I'm the Dunk Master.
Even the mid laner making a trip up here, that's a lot of investment for very little at all. And Laura's doing her job very well, just maintaining, keeping a safe lane state despite the resources invested into shutting her down.
Look how fast though they are reacting to the dragon. MaiLinh, this is a very interesting scenario because while MaiLinh was very dominating earlier, it looks like they're struggling a little bit. But for now though, they will have to back off. But right now, because the dragon is solo, I think they'll be able to steal it. Let's see how it goes. For now though, the ultimate ult does come in. We are seeing the waves come in, but the Braum Shield does not stop the whole thing. The bubble, beautiful, stopping that. And right now, both teams solo.
The dragon
Braum does go down, dragon does go to one team. But for now, it looks like red team may be able to finish them off. Not yet. There we go. Red team does take it, and this may be the comeback.
Oh my goodness, and I thought Yugen's team was gonna take that one, but a little bit too over-aggressive. They're flashing in, not in sync. Means that MaiLinh's team will come up on top, will steal the dragon away, and Yugen wants more.
Oh, yep,
Yugen does not want more.
But for now, when you think about it again, what happened was that Yugen was already there. They were already ready to take the dragon. I don't know why they hesitated. Why did they move back?
Yeah.
They gave the space to them to push in.
It was just a bit of a decent team fight there, and I mean, when you think about it, it's show match. These players are not from the same team. They don't really speak the same language. It's kind of understandable. It's a bit unfortunate, right? Because if they were on the same page, if they dived in with the Shyvana, we might have seen a bit of a different fight come true. But once again, MaiLinh's team proving why they're undefeated right now, why they're at the top of the table.
They are, because clearly language barrier is not a problem for them. And it's just really crazy how they're able to overcome that. I mean, when you talk about communication though, I mean, when you play Wild Rift in a solo queue, right? You don't necessarily know your teammates. Do you actually talk to them?
I mean, at most you communicate with pings, right? You don't really ever type to them. Even if you want to type something to them, it's kind of practicality reasons why, like, it's really difficult to type to them. You don't have a keyboard. It's hard to type like that. So you really just ping, I think.
Honestly, ping is the universal language for Wild Rift for sure, and I like that because if someone's being rude to me, I can mute them, and I can just like I can still communicate via pings. It's like, you don't deserve my attention, but you can get this ping though. But the only thing is, when you're someone as toxic, your pings will be used like question mark, not as enemy missing,
not
but
conducive.
What are you doing?
Exactly. That's what we want to avoid here. We're here to promote, you know, the good vibes. We're here to promote the growth of esports and SEA and whatnot. So we don't condone that. We're all about the good pings going on here.
Yes, I am a good pinger. If you queue with me, I will be your best support. I will die for you.
That's a recurring theme today. We've talked about that a lot. The supports have been doing their jobs.
Yeah, but we saw more of the aggressive supports early. I'm really glad for the Nami pick. And now a defensive Braum pick does show how flexible Claria's picks are when it comes to support. However, though, it's just so... I don't know, as a Braum, right? It's you don't really see much from him until much later because
Yeah.
there's not much you can do early as a Braum. You can just protect as much as you do, and even that team fight just now, it felt very lackluster.
Yeah, Braum just doesn't have initiative. That's the problem, right? Braum is great at supporting a team, but unlike the Rakan that we saw from Claria earlier today, you don't get to be the one pulling the trigger. You're the one pulling back. You're the one protecting your carries here.
Yeah, that's right. But the thing is, while I was kind of hoping that the Braum would be able to stop the Nami tidal wave. Unfortunately, Braum's shield came in just a little bit too late, so the whole team did get waved though. But thankfully, nobody really followed up. But if say that scenario does happen, the wave comes in and the Shyvana ult comes in, and you are seeing a whole big team fight happening at the same time, that would have been a different story. But for now, though, we are back here. But what happened on the top lane?
Yo, what happened indeed? Helga and Tomairu both get dropped, but mid lane turret's gonna get traded back by MaiLinh's team.
Yep, that's right. But one thing that's great about Kai'Sa though is how dominating she is, especially when it goes from mid to late game.
Yeah.
But when you look at Aksha, right? Aksha right now, 1-1 and 5, still not really bringing a big impact to the team compared to a 5-1 Kai'Sa.
Yeah, exactly the case. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you here, Tash. I think Akshan as a whole is just a bit of an underwhelming champion. He doesn't provide
Yes.
much damage. His synergies and niche passives like the revive, which are really hard to pull off, especially when you're losing.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why exactly that pick was given there. I do hope we get to ask why that pick. But for now, though, we are going to be seeing the battle for the Ocean Drake over here. And both teams are just going to play it real safe. Lawis, though, tries to come in from the side, wants to make something happen, but does get spotted out. But a bit too aggressive there, Lawis. Relax!
I don't really know why there's this much aggression coming in right now. You want to posture for the dragon. Both of these teams trying to push the mid wave first as well. So they're just trying to reposture here around the bottom side of the map. But so preemptive right now. Princess is going to start this one off. The position's not great.
Wait, look at where Hellgirl is. If they're not being trouble, but for now though, the ultimate does come out. You can see Tidal Wave go on the other side, but it doesn't really hit anyone. Shyvana though does jump forward, but hits the Braum. What are you doing with the Braum? He's just too tanky, but Lau is still coming from the side. He does get exhausted, but he will be just chunked down. That's the river we are talking about. Princess so low right now. Yugen tries to put in that damage onto Linwab. Not quite enough to do anything just yet. Both teams so low, but we have seen one player down, but we are seeing a return there. We are seeing coming from the back. That is the Galio. Will he finish off Helgirl? Helgirl so low right now, but you know what? All alone though does go back. Yugen all alone has to run for her life.
MaiLinh there diving into the backline, single-handedly taking down the Akshan, and I think the Shyvana as well. Amazing Kai'Sa performance, proving exactly why they picked it. And yeah, like you mentioned, Helgirl just staying alive with the shielding, with the healing. Galio just doesn't have enough damage.
Galio came in a bit too late there with the flank, I feel. It's like when everyone was done, only did he come in from the backside. His teammates can't follow up with that, and he was just basically giving a free kill.
Basically giving a free kill, exactly what we are thinking of in this situation. When you dive in as a Galio, you are mainly the setup. You don't have the bulk of the damage. And if you don't manage to one-shot them, that's it. You have no DPS.
Yeah, for now though is a 13-9, only a 5k gold difference. Braum though gonna be making sure that his team doesn't take a lot of damage, but the pull does come in from the areas, but there is a little bit of a desync there happening, not really following up each other, but Braum does get one. Minwet has to flash over, but they are gonna chase, but they're gonna back off. Their priority clearly is this Rift Herald over here.
Yeah, definitely the priority. You want to focus on the Rift Herald. You want to get the Rift Herald. Yugen's team making a good call. They're backing away. They're saying we are just gonna trade for mid lane, but we'll be forced away here. Going back to the dragon, they're just giving up so much ground. MaiLinh's team, they want more.
Yeah, that's right. We are going to be seeing another objective fight here. It's going to be the Drake once again. Whoa, so close there. Yeah. She nearly found her. But for now, though, will they try to contest this? I think that is going to be the case. Is 4 over there. Nami stun does not hit anyone. Damage coming in. You can see Lau is chasing, but ultimately, Red Team does get a dragon. But the thing is, while they did try to contest it, they shouldn't have gone in. Taunt comes in. Red Team just annihilating 2 left right now. Yugen all alone. What are you gonna do? Where are you going, my dude?
And that's the problem we talked about for Champs Select. Yugen's team just lacks the damage. Doubling down on the Akshan just makes the damage problem so much worse. Huge 5-man taunt there from Minuet, but it was no follow-up. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be the Dragon. That's gonna be 8,000 gold over to MaiLinh's team. And they are starting to run away with it yet again.
Yeah, the thing is with, oh man, it's just so disappointing because with the action pick was definitely interesting, but I just wasn't sure how they were gonna pull it off. That's why I asked you, how is action gonna be playing this? And even honestly, no one really knew how it was gonna work out.
Yeah, like Akshan is not a traditional marksman in the way you would think about most marksmen because he doesn't do a lot of DPS. He doesn't stand front to back. He wants to dive in, find weird angles to fight, which is why if you're lacking damage, he's not the pick. Princess gets caught.
That's right. Princess, too aggressive there, wanted to protect the turret, but perhaps some things in life, you can't hold on to it. You gotta let it go.
Yeah, you gotta let it go. And MaiLinh right now tried to contest that wave. You gotta let it go.
Exactly, and I think this comes to that. Hellgirl just taking so much damage. She wants to make sure that the wave does not push forward. She wants this turret so bad. She wants to make sure that it's going down. But for now though, 1, 2, 3, Hellgirl all alone. Let's see how she's gonna play this. She does get caught in the bubble, but for now the top lane, 2 of their players are gonna go forward. But the Hellgirl does have some help here. 3 on 2. Nami's ultimate comes out. Hellgirl solo. But the thing about Riven is, while you think that Arakan is slippery, Hellgirl is just too jumpy.
Yeah, Riven is very slippery as well, and you gotta give a bit of a shout out there to brother Riv Harold on the side of MaiLinh's team, knocking them away, stopping the chase onto Lenoir as well as Hellgirl. They will be able to get out of there, and while all of that was going on, Tomaru and Claria, they got top lane inhibitor.
Oh, Yugen is very, very aware. GS is very, very aware that there's someone up there, but still decides to push. That just shows the desperation that he needs for gold. Akshan, one thing though, not only is he already pretty tricky to play, damage output not so high, but he also really, really, really needs items in order to do any impact. And we are seeing the lack of impact here because of that.
Yeah, it really is a lack of impact. Now, if we think about what can Yugen's team do right now, I feel like the answer is they really just have to slow these team fights down. Give Darius a bit of time to get the stacks as a death brush attempt comes in from MaiLinh's team, but it feels like they're on the wrong side of the map.
Yep, that's right, but they do spot them out. Did you saw that ward over there, Minuet coming from the side? They know that Hellgirl is here. She'll be just moving away slowly to the side. She's very aware that something is gonna be happening here. She just moves straight into Yugen. Too squishy though! Ultimate does come in. Beautiful knockout. There's a Cataclysm, but look at how the blue team is just getting annihilated. Triple kill for Riven. Bubble connects into 1. Nami has to flash away. Come here, Sushi Girl. We want you for dinner.
And it's deja vu yet again as Yugen's team gets wiped by MaiLinh's over one little teamfight mistake. Sushi Girl is gonna get chased down. Yugen has nowhere to go.
Yeah, she does get exhausted. Hellgirl gonna get another kill. Pentakill! First one of the night!
A delayed pentakill, but we count that. We take those nonetheless. And Hellgirl, from a bit of a scary laning phase, she runs away with the game with the help of her team and MaiLinh's team once again, proving why they're in the finals, proving why they are undefeated here at the FSL show match.
Yep, that's right. Honestly, what a great way to finish the game with that beautiful ace. That was so nice of them. They're like, hey, Sushi Girl's over here. Come get your pentakill.
That was just the best display of teamwork coming in from the side of MaiLinh's team, and that's what we love to see from them. Now, going to the grand finals, I think they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. We're definitely looking out for this team. And you look at the Lenoir brand yet again, doing so much damage.
Yup, that's right. Even though Hellgirl was the one stealing the show, but quietly though, Brand was just chunking all that damage. We talked about the poke potential and the burn potential that Brand gives. And honestly though, Brand, you gotta stop. It's so painful. I felt it in my heart.
I can feel the heat from over here. The brand just does so much damage, and like you said, quietly as well. It's not something you see, it's not something very flashy, but it's just so much damage, and it's so good against the short range comp on the blue team as well. Lawry's had a great start, but unable to do much in these team fights.
Yeah, it looked like Lawis was so dominating early, but we saw what Tomairu was trying to do. We already said it earlier. Their comp plays, they're trying to funnel as much gold as possible into their top laner, Hellgirl, and it worked out in the end. That's what they were trying to do. If only Yugen could catch on that.
Yeah, if only, but it wasn't quite enough. With that in mind, we gotta keep in mind this MaiLinh team is in the grand finals already, and we're gonna see who's gonna be their opponent really shortly. The next match we have coming up is gonna be the decider for the last slot in the grand finals happening on Saturday. With that in mind, don't go anywhere as we take a quick break, and we'll be back for that shortly.